Hey, sent something out, so I had to start a new one because it was locked vertically again. Probably would tell Doug and AJ too. This just says Eagles vs. Vikings championship now. Throw that in that end pouch when it's open.
All right, welcome back to Detroit. Central State's matchup here in the championship game. Rematch from a few weeks ago. Orland Park Vikings versus the Eagles. Sorry for the technical difficulties there. Once you schedule and start the stream, if it's orientation set vertically, you can't change it once you start, so I had to restart a new one. All right, we are ready to go. Joe Frisella to the net. Morris and Booker on defense. Phillips, Medeiros, and Parrott will get us started. All own zone. He'll pick it up. Skate it down low, make it behind his own net. Out the far side, Parrott pulls that off the boards. He moves it ahead. Medeiros trying to go back to Phillips. That'll bank into the Viking zone. They have it. They'll send it down low. Behind their net. Into the near corner. Looked up the wall. Buchert from the point. His shot. That's blocked into the near corner. Phillips after it. He got a stick on it. Medeiros comes over. Vikings slip that check. Now come to center. Buchert breaks that up along the red line. He'll move it. Oh, just out of the reach of Parrott. Vikings now with it in their own zone. Well skated ahead. Blue center ice. Flip that ahead into the goal zone. Buchert on the near wall. He'll send it over. In front. Nice move by Phillips to get away from some pressure. Will curl down low. Buy some time. Now behind his own net. Near side, Medeiros. To Curran. Now wide. To Morris with speed. He's behind the defense. Morris in. Off the post and in. Eagles up 1-0 early. Third goal today for Evan. All right, 1:06 into the game. Morris puts the Eagles up 1-0. Curran stays out. Green and Laura join him. Vikings win the center ice face-off. They have it along the red line. Into the Eagle zone. Puck poked away by Coletta. He'll send that out. Curran, almost got behind the D. That came back in offside. Whistle goes. We'll have a face-off in front of the Eagles bench. All right, Curran wins it back. Coletta off the far wall. Vikings send that back in offside again. All right, Vikings win that face-off, but a roll back into their own zone. Green in with some pressure. Knocks that pass down. Now Green on the near wall. Gets it to Curran in the circle. Turns, shoots. That hits the side of the net. Vikings take it behind their net, bank it up. Far wall now. They'll skate ahead with a little speed at center. Coletta defending on the far side. Nice job pushing his man off the puck. Clear it on the near side. Penalty coming to the Vikings behind the play. Puck comes to center. Vikings touch. Eagles will go on the power play. Vikings go for a hit to the head. That'll be 2 and 10. Goalie can't serve that. Yeah, they got to put another guy in there. There we go. All right. Eagles power play. Up 1-0, 13-10 remaining in the first. Vikings get some penalty killers on the ice. Riley out with Ciego and Adod Hicks and Coletta. Face off one. Back to Hicks. His shot. Tipped down in front. Ciego shot. Rebound. Covered by the Vikings goalie. He'll hold for a whistle. Riley wins another one. Adod sends it to Coletta along the blue line. Throws that on net. Kicked out by the Vikings goalie. Ciego after it on the far wall. Puck kept in by Coletta. Now, Adod able to move it down the wall, sent back up high. Coletta, nice job along the blue line to keep that in. He'll backhand that into the near corner. Ciego after it, sent up the wall by the Vikings. Hicks pinches down, able to keep that alive. Now Ciego with it. Ciego looking in front. Now to Riley, quick shot. It's blocked, cleared away. Ciego will pick it back up in the near corner. He's got some time. He's looking in front now. He'll move it high to Hicks. Hicks, shot. That just missed wide. We didn't see that one coming through. Now Riley from the far wall, cut into the circle. Near side to Hicks. He'll walk that in. Shot. Tipped down in front. Loose puck. Riley. Couldn't get a shot off. Now Coletta. Another shot. Tipped. Just wide. Picked up by Nadod, near corner. He sends that in front. Stripped away from Riley. Coletta after on the far side. Vikings able to clear that down. No icing. I'm going to say that was tipped. Hicks back for it in his own zone. Near side to Nadod. Nadod now to Ciego. He's checked. Nadod will get it back. Ciego going for a change. Nadod leaves it for Barks. Barks poked away from him as he tried to shoot it. That'll come out to center. Picked up by Mullen. Ahead to Nadod. Now to Barks. Barks across the blue line. Tried to go to Hutchinson. Bouncing pucks. Morris chops at it. Morris follow-up shot. Flipped up high. over the net. Vikings pick it up behind their own net. Can't clear. Now they'll try the far side. Pass ahead. Broken up at the blue line by Barks. Vikings back at full strength. Barks chips that down low. Poked away from rushing. Up the far wall. Vikings can't clear. Barks had that. Now poke to center. Morris with Mullen. Morris. He'll cut through center. Across the blue line. He's tripped. No call. Vikings. They'll come back the other way. Flip that into the Eagle zone. Wide of the net. Picked up by Hutchinson. Ahead to rushing. Nice. Tip over to Morris. He's got some speed. 1-on-4. He's hooked. Goes down at the blue line. He'll send that in low. Vikings back for it. They'll clear it around far side. Hutchinson there. Bucks in his feet. 2 guys on him. Now kicked up the wall. Vikings can't clear. Morris tried to send that to the corner. Gets it right back now. Along the blue line. Poked off his stick. It'll come to center. Eagles have to clear the zone. Morris ahead to Barks. He lost the handle. Vikings come back the other way with some speed through center. Mullen comes over to cut that off. Now Vikings far circle. Can't get a shot off. Hutchinson defending. Whistle goes. Let's see what happened there. Card pointed at Barks. Barks will go for high stick. All right, Vikings power play, 10-16. Remaining in the first. Eagles up 1-0 on the Evan Morris goal. All right, Booker hits. Phillips and Parrott on the penalty kill. Face off won by the Vikings. They'll control it up high. Now moving straight away from the point. Shot kicked out by Frisella. Now sharp angle shot. Frisella got a stick on that. Parrott, he's able to backhand that to center. Vikings with it. They turn back up ice. Pressure by Phillips. Now it squirts out. Parrott will pick it up. Take it off the far wall. That'll come to center. Slide back into the Vikings zone. 1:09 remaining on the Vikings power play. Vikings fan on the pass. Rangers play in front of their own net. They'll collect it off the far wall. Now skate ahead. Blue center, 2-1-3. Into the Eagles zone. They lost the handle. Back behind the Eagles net. Booker there, swatting at it. He'll go off the near wall. Puck will bounce out to center. 45 remaining on the Eagles penalty kill. Now Vikings into the Eagles zone. 6 throws the hip check. Knocks this player off the puck. Tied up on the far wall. Backhanded out by Phillips. With 32 remaining on the penalty kill. Vikings back in their own zone. Some fresh forwards out for the Eagles. Now pressured by Medeiros. Puck down low. He'll throw it in front. Trying to find Nadod. Now Nadod. I'm sorry, that's Laura. Laura into the far corner. Bodies his man. Loose puck picked up by the Vikings. Still with 13 seconds remaining on their power play. They'll skate through center across the red line into the Eagles zone. Wide on Buchert. He gets his shoulder in there. Cuts his man off. Now Buchert with it in his feet. Poke behind the Eagles net. Medeiros there in the far corner. They'll clear that out through center. Barks out of the box. Eagles back at full strength. Barks pokes that away. 2-on-2 with Laura. Barks around his man. Shot. Goal! Reed Barks fresh out of the box. Puts the Eagles up 2-1. All right, 8:32 to play in the first. All right, Curran out with Green and Laura. Coletta and Mullen off the face-off. Vikings will dump that in. That'll run around to the near side. Mullen back for it. Drops at it. Green hands off to Curran. Lost the handle. That's set back down low by the Vikings. Coletta will pick it up behind his own net. Far corner now. Dodges some pressure. Puck slips off his stick. Vikings now 2-1-1 down low from the circle shot. Big save. Frisella, puck side of the net. He's able to cover. All right, face off in the Eagles zone. 2 Frisella's left. Curran will take it. Tries to chip it forward. Puck sitting on the dot. Pushes his man away. Coletta swoops in, picks up the puck. He'll skate to center. Backhand that off the far wall. Puck into the corner. Coletta chases after it. Curran in front of the net. Now Vikings They'll send it around near side. Mullen down the wall. Fans on the shot. Gets the puck back. Tried to get it to Curran. Now Mullen still with it on the near wall. Almost that to the middle. Now broken up by the Vikings. They come back to center. Vikings pick up a loose puck. They'll dump that in from the red line. That'll slide around out far side. Vikings overskate it. Laura there. Laura check to the wall. Vikings from the top of the circle. They walk in. Shot. That missed on the short side. Rebound. Sorry. Comes around near side. Vikings from the corner. Pressure by Green. Far side. Vikings now bring it back out near side. Out to the point. Shot. That missed wide. Off the far wall. Poked ahead by Laura. Taken away by the Vikings. Now centering pass. Far ahead of the Vikings player. He'll pick it up in the near corner. Mullen defending. Knocks his man down. Curran there digging away. Puck goes down low. Coletta now behind his own net. 7 minutes to play in the first. Coletta will skate that ahead. Pass. Doesn't connect. That'll back down into the Viking zone. Vikings now. They'll turn up ice. Eagles changing. They'll dump it in from the red line. Now Morris sends it out near side. Nadod, he'll rim it back around far side. Ciego there. He's able to clear that to center. Shot back in offside. All right, face off. Back in the Viking zone. Eagles up 2-0. 6:35 to play in the first. Riley on the face-off. He'll win it back. Nadod sends it to Morris. Shot from the point. Knocked down in front. Vikings with it. Able to clear. Now it's center. They'll poke that ahead. That'll roll to Frisella. He'll cover and hold. All right, face off to Frisella's right. Riley wins it back to Bukert. Now Bukert trying to go up the near side. That hits the leg. Vikings try to poke that back down low. Bukert sends it out. Riley now ahead to Ciego. Ciego across the blue line with the puck. Two guys on him. He cuts in the middle on his backhand. Puck poked away far wall. Morris keeps that alive. Throws it towards the net. That'll make its way to the far near corner. Riley after it. Sent up the wall. Bukert able to keep that in. Now Riley in front. Nadod. Shot by Ciego. Well saved by the Vikings goalie. All right, Hutchinson on with Rushing and Parks. Mullen and Hicks. Hutchinson wins the face-off back to Hicks at the blue line, and he's able to keep that in. Now Hicks splits the defender, goes to the far wall. He'll backhand that down low. Rushing after it. Hicks with him. Rushing. Chips that behind the net. That'll come out near side. Barks over to apply some pressure. Shoulders his man to the wall. Hutchinson able to break that up. Now Vikings come away. To center ice. Off the near wall. Vikings in. And the near side shot. Off the post. Up and off the glass. Now far corner. Out to the blue line. That'll squirt out through center. Vikings back for it in their own zone. They'll bank it off the far wall. Rushing there. In. Onside. Now Rushing. Hands off to Barks. Barks throws that across through the slot near side. Added away from Hutchinson. Hicks from the point. He'll tip that down into the corner. Vikings behind their own net. Stripped of the puck by Barks. Now Barks banks it off the net. Comes in front. Hicks. Toe drag. Now gets in front. Cleared away by the Vikings. That'll come out the center. Hutchinson has it. He'll move it to Mullen. Quickly ahead. Trying to find Barks. Now does Barks. To Rushing. His shot. That deflects wide. Now Hutchinson with it. Chips it to the corner. Barks there. He's tied up. As the puck cuts into the near far circle. Barks sharp angle shot. Save. Rebound picked up by the Vikings. Now from behind their own net. They'll break out far side. At center across the red line. Now in 3-on-2. Shot. High over the net. They'll bank around near side. Picked up by Hicks. Hicks on the near wall. Puck poked away from him. Now Hicks hits his man. No call. Puck shot ahead. Out to center. By Rushing. Now sent to the near wall by the Vikings. Rushing now ahead. Couldn't find Barks. Vikings put that in. Mullen with it along his own blue line. He'll flip it to the far wall. Hutchinson will send that down. That'll go for an icing. 3:55 to play in the first. All right, we haven't seen Connor Sleaford yet. He was not feeling great between games. He's at the end of the bench. Next to Finn. Not sure if we'll see him today. Going with 5D so far. Phillips out with Medeiros and Parrott. Face off one by the Vikings. Shot blocked up high by Parrott. Vikings get it back. Swept away by Coletta. Coletta now banks it behind his own net. Out the near side. Medeiros after it. Vikings pitch down. Puck squirts out. Off Phillips stick to center. Now banked off the near wall. Picked up by Medeiros. He'll go back to Phillips. Phillips. Shot. Stick save. Kicked out far side. Parrott there. He'll try to send that low. He's pinned to the far wall. Now ahead to Phillips. Phillips goes that through the slot. Near side. Medeiros. After it. Morris at the blue line. Ahead to Medeiros. Vikings send that back glove down by Morris. Now Morris to Phillips. Phillips shot. Stick save. Rebound out far side. Parrott there. He'll throw it towards the net. Made it through a bunch of traffic. Makes its way out to Morris. His shot from the point. Knocked down in front. Vikings able to come away at center. Across the Eagles blue line. That's offside. That was Casey's call this time. That was too close for Jamie to yell about. She's in the 1 foot and beyond offside. All right, Curran, Green, and Laura. Hookers and Mullen out. And the Eagles blue line tripped ahead, now sent in by the Vikings. Mullen back for it. We'll make it around far side to Laura. Laura trying to go to Curran. Curran falls. Now Vikings pick up a puck. High slot on the backhand. Now they'll settle along the blue line, flip it into the near corner. Up down low, Green there. Green with it. He'll hand off to Curran. Curran turns up ice. He's got some space. Curran will gain some speed. Now moves it wide to Laura. Laura off the far wall. Tries to cut into the circle. He's checked, puck in his feet. He gets it back. Now Vikings able to escape. Now on the far side, Buchert defending. Shot. This is on the near side. Green there. Cut that off now. Vikings from the corner. Tripped ahead by Green. That'll slide out to center. Vikings have to clear the zone. Now they'll try to send it far side. And it's a leg. Now sent ahead by the Vikings. Buchert. Near side to Green. Green ahead into the Viking zone. Tries to cut to the middle. That's poked away to the near wall. Vikings with it with 1:50 to play in the first period. Vikings have it at center. They'll backhand that ahead from the blue line. They'll roll behind the Eagles net. Coletta back for it. Chips it ahead to himself. Checks it down in the near corner now. Poked away by the Vikings. Green got a stick on that. He'll send it down low. Hicks after it on the far side. That comes up the wall. Hicks, nice touch to Laura. Laura away at center. Laura shoulders his man down. Has it on the far wall. Eagles changing behind the play. Laura waiting for help. Ciego in. Now puck to Coletta from the blue line. He flips that up high. Now Ciego takes it to the corner. Spins off his man. Has it on the far wall. Now backhand that low. Riley behind the net. Puck chipped away from him. Vikings out the near side. They'll just throw that to center. Take off the far wall. Coletta over to defend. Vikings backhand that ahead. Coletta takes it. Tips it ahead. Nice settle by Ciego. Ciego got his head up just in time to see that check coming. Coletta to Ciego. Now to Riley. Riley poked away. Back at center. Ciego again with it. He'll just flip it far side in the middle. Kick down. Ciego gets it back now. Far side Hicks. Hicks ahead. Tipped in by Nadod. Nadod after it on the far side. Pokes that to the corner. Vikings send it near side. Now tip it up the wall. They'll skate to center. 2-1-2 into the Eagles zone. Fired a shot from the blue line. And this well wide. Now Hicks tried to send it up the wall. Picked up by the Vikings. They'll send it back down low. 15 seconds remaining in the period. Coletta over for it. Coletta trying to go up to Nadod. Vikings send it back to the corner. Now Riley behind his own net with 7 to play in the period. Vikings come out with it. Center, top of the slot. Shot high over the net. Coletta behind his net as the buzzer goes. That'll do it for 1. Eagles up 2-0. Morris and Barks with goals in the first. Let's go, boys. All right, Hutchinson, Barks, and rushing. Buchert and Morris. Sella headed back to his net. Hutchinson wins that back. Buchert will make it off the far wall. Missed rushing. Now Hutchinson got a stick on it. Rushing. Gets it back. Up into the Viking zone. Rushing. Poking at it. Vikings send it to the near wall. Kept in. Now comes out to center. Hutchinson turns right back up ice into the zone. Hutchinson will curl at the top of the far circle. Now with it on the far wall. He's checked. Three Vikings there. Now Barks almost came out with that. Vikings player goes down in the far circle. Now they're able to push ahead. They'll exit the zone. Bank that off Buchert ahead. Morris races back to get into his own zone. He'll skate behind his own net out the near side. Now bank it up the wall. Sent back ahead by the Vikings. Barks now. He's able to clear the zone. Vikings. They'll shoot that back in. Takes a weird hop off the glass. Buchert. He'll pick it up side of his own net now. Far side pass. That missed rushing. Picked up at the point. Shot gloved by Frisella. They'll hold with 14:03 to play in the second. All right, Phillips. Out with Medeiros and Parrott. Coletta and Mullen. Face off to Frisella's right. Off the face off. Chopped away from Coletta. Vikings come off the wall with it in the far circle. Now poked away by Coletta again. Cross ice pass makes its way to Parrott. Parrott across the red line. He'll gain the zone. Fire that in. It'll bank out far side. Phillips cuts that off. They'll send it back down low. Parrott's there. Banks it off the post. That'll come out to Coletta. Coletta's shot. That hits somebody in front. Loose puck. Picked up by the Vikings. They'll skate ahead. Eagles with runners back. Vikings into the Eagle zone. They'll chip it low. Coletta after it. Bodies his man to the ice. Now behind the net. Phillips. Through the body. Vikings came out, shot that over the net high and wide. Now back out to the point in the slot. Shot! That missed wide now. Far circle picked up by Medeiros. Nice pass to Parrott. Parrott over to Phillips. At center. Phillips across the line. Cuts into the far circle. Chips that towards the net. Goalie able to cover and hold. With 13:05 remaining in the second. All right, Curran, Laura, and Green. Face off one back to Hicks from the blue line. Shot knocked down in the circle. Now picked up by Laura. That squirts out to Green on the far wall. Green, stick lifted. Now poked away by Hicks. Puck in the circle. Vikings take that off the skate to the near side. They'll skate to center with it. Now into the Eagle zone. They'll cut to the middle. Laura's chopped at that. Now tied up in front. Hicks sweeps that away. Chops it up the far wall. Laura there. He'll send it in front to Morris. Morris now with some speed. Oh, I thought he was going to beat him wide. Now hooked down as he crossed the blue line. That'll go for an offsides, however. We'll get a face off in front of the Eagles bench. All right, off the face off. Vikings have it on the red line. Picked away by Morris. To the near wall, Curran bodies his man. Puck shot in. Morris has it. Goes ahead off of Green's stick. Green will pick it up at center. Now skate ahead. Green into the zone. Green shot. Hand save. Rebound in front. Chopped that by Curran. That went wide. Goalie slid into the post. Net came off. Whistle goes. Face off should stay in the Viking zone. Curran wins that face off. Green on the far wall. Pokes that to the corner. Green chips it behind the net. Just out of the reach of Curran. Now on the near wall. Laura with Curran. Tries to send it to Morris. Hops up on him. He'll glove it down to himself. Now Laura will just bank that low. Curran gets it. Try to send it into the circle as he's checked. Now cleared up the wall. kick down by Morris. Morris almost came off the wall with that. Vikings able to clear. They have it at center. Nice strip by Morris. Now, they'll chip that ahead off a skate into the Vikings zone. Vikings turn it over. Green has it on the far side. Shot, stick save. It goes up into the netting. Whistle goes with 11:37 to play in the second. Eagles up 2-0. Pair of first period goals by Morris and Barks. Riley, Ciego, and Nadod on with Mullen and Buchert. All right, off the face-off. Buck squirts out to the blue line. Backhanded ahead by Buchert. Nadod. After it on the far side. Now, Vikings cleared to the near wall. Buck cleared up off the glass. Into the Eagle zone. Mullen races back for it. He's checked in the near corner. Vikings try to center. That hits a leg. Now Mullen after it behind his own net. Out the far side. They go off the wall. Knocked down by the Vikings. Now Vikings in the far circle. Taken away by Mullen again. Now swept in front. Cleared away by Nadod. Point shot tipped down. That'll make its way to the near corner. Vikings there. Try to send it in front. That hit the referee. Now side of the net. Cleared around to the far side. Vikings pinch down the wall. Now move it. Near side, walking in from top of the circle, shot, pocket save for Sella. Rebound, glove save. Now puck behind the net. Vikings send it in front. Another shot. That missed wide. Good pressure by the Vikings here. They have it near corner. Now Nadod behind the net. Real skated out far side. Looking to the wall. Vikings come away with it. Now set it in front. Tipped on blocker. Save for Sella. Now stuffs the point shot with his pad. Nadod with it behind the net. Now slipped around far side. Vikings. Send it back down low. Mullen with it in the near corner. Mullen looking up ice. Gonna throw that up the wall, knocked down at the blue line. Tripped out by Nadod. Nadod with it. Vikings send that right back. Now Mullen at center. Nadod ahead. Sent back into the Eagle zone. Buchert behind his net. Tries to send that up the wall. Vikings there. Now loose puck behind the net. Vikings come out near side. Pass out to the point. Now top of the near circle. They're walking in. Shot. Glove by Casella. Eagles will get a much needed change. 9:44 to play in the second. Hutchinson, Barks, and Rushing come on with Hicks and Coletta. Face off to Casella's left. Face off one by the Vikings. Shot. Sticked away by Casella. Puck in the corner. Coletta there. Coletta flips that ahead. Vikings able to knock that down. They got it tied up in the corner. Now Barks there. Poking away at it. Barks. Puck stripped away from him now. Vikings move it to the far wall. Pass up high. Intercepted by Hutchinson. He'll come through center. 2-on-2 with Barks. Hutchinson in. He pulls up at the blue line. Now cuts the middle. Shot. Save. Vikings. Hutchinson on the face-off. He pushes that forward. Buck in the corner. Vikings will make it up the near wall. Break it out through the middle. Rushing there. Now puck sent ahead by the Vikings into the Eagle zone. Hicks back for it. On the far side. Try to set it up the wall. Vikings have that. Trying to cut into the circle. Puck cleared around. Picked up by Barks. Will skated out of danger. Move it ahead to Hutchinson at center. He cuts to the middle. Hutchinson in front. His backhander went just wide. Now Barks will collect in the corner. Cuts into the circle. Now stick checked away. Vikings able to clear the zone. Hutchinson will pick it up. Turn back up ice now down the left wing. Cuts to the middle. Loose puck shot. Stick save. Rebound. Poked at by Rushing. Now puck in the far circle. Vikings. They'll just ice that. With 8:25 to play in the second. All right, Phillips, Parrott, Barros, Mullen, and Morris. Phillips wins it back. Mullen with it on the far wall. Now from the corner, hands off to Phillips, sends it in front. Vikings chip that away. Now they'll skate it ahead at center. 2-on-2 into the Eagle zone. Now Mullen tied his man up. Harris picked up a loose puck. He'll skate it behind his own net. Now near side. He'll pass that ahead. Knocked down at the blue line. Vikings send it to the far wall. Now to the corner. Looking in front. Pass hits Phillips in the skate. Medeiros there. Hands off to Mullen. He'll skate out of his own zone. Mullen across the red line. He'll chip that into the near corner. Vikings over for it. They'll chip it up the wall. Morris keeps that in the blue line. Brings that into the near circle. Vikings can't clear Morris again from the blue line. Now poked away from him. Puck comes to center. Morris got a stick on that. Now Medeiros. Now Phillips. Across the line. Shot. Goal! Phillips with a shot right over the goalie's head. Makes it 3-0 Eagles. Vikings, I believe, are calling a timeout. All right, 7:29 to play. We're in the second. All right, they're going to put in their other goalie, too, here at the midway point. Goalie's ready. Center ice face-off. Curran, Laura, Green, Buchert, and Coletta. Face-off won by Curran. Far wall. Vikings will get there. Push ahead into the zone. Green sends it right back out. Now chipped ahead by Curran. Curran in. 2-on-1. Curran trying to go in front. That went off a skate. Curran gets it back. Fell as he tried to sweep it in front. Vikings have it. They'll bank it off the far wall. Buchert pinches down. Sends that back to the corner. Curran takes an elbow up high. Buchert falls. Now Curran and Buchert in the corner. Vikings push it up the wall. Laura pinches that off now. I lost it. Okay, Vikings in the corner with it. They'll bank it around near side. Curran cuts that off. Vikings still digging away at it. Now comes out to Coletta. Shot from the blue line. Knocked to the side. Picked up by Laura. Laura to Curran, near circle, his shot, blocker save, rebound, picked up by Laura. We'll walk it into the circle, drop it, more Curran, sharp angle, shot, glove save. Vikings really holds with 6:31 to play in the second. All right, Riley, Ciego, Nadod on for this offensive zone face-off. Riley will take it. Tied up. Loose puck picked up. Oh, almost by Ciego. Then chopped away by the Vikings. Coletta able to keep that in. Now Riley's shot. This is wide. Ciego from the far circle. Tried to send that in front to Nadod. Vikings intercept. Move it up the near wall. Center. Chip that ahead into the Eagle zone. Coletta racing back forward. Vikings will get there first. Coletta dodges his man now. Has the puck tied up down low. Goes the shoulder. Now near wall, Ciego pushes ahead to Riley. He'll skate it out of the zone. Leaves it for Ciego. Now Ciego in to Nadod. Puck hopped up on him. Now Nadod's backhander in front. Ciego swiped at it. Loose puck. Cleared away. That'll come out to the blue line. Morris muscles over. Able to keep that alive. Sends it down low. Ciego after it on the far corner. He's cut off now. Nadod almost got a shot off there. Vikings We'll send that all the way down for another icing with 5:30 to play in the second. Eagles up by 3. All right, Hutchinson rushing. Barks. Hicks. And Morris face off one. Shot by Morris. Missed on the far side. Vikings pick that up. Centering pass. Intercepted. Hutchinson turns. Shoots. That missed wide. Now rushing. Pops away from him on the near wall. Vikings come through center with some speed. Morris back. Inside out move. Shot. Good save. Rebound. Oh, goal. Great initial save by Priscilla. Vikings able to put home the rebound and get on the board. It's now 3-1. Face off one by Hutchinson. Hicks. They'll chip it ahead from the red line. Vikings send it right back now. Rushing. Up poked away from him. Vikings into the Eagle zone now. Centering pass. That'll make its way to the near wall. Barks over with Morris. Morris gets it up the wall. Vikings skated in now. Throw it toward the net. Priscilla able to cover. We get a whistle with 4:49 to play in the second. Let it come on defense. All right, face off one by the Vikings. They try to send it down the near wall. Barks able to push that away. They'll race to center with the puck into the zone. Now stick check in the near circle. Cleared away by the Vikings. Bart gets it back from the corner. Still with it. They'll skate it out far side. Back it out to Mullen at the point. Mullen sends that back to Barks. Barks shoulders his man. Turns. His shot blocked down low. Hutchinson will pick it up. Throw to the corner. Now cut in across the circle. Poked away. Back to the wall. Marks will get there. He's got it up high. Ooh. Fired back past Mullen. That'll slide all the way back into the Eagle zone. Mullen back forward behind his own net with 4:08 to play in the second. He'll bank that ahead. Intercepted by the Vikings. Now sent in front. Good stand up there by Coletta. Puck tickles on net, covered by Priscilla. We get a whistle with 3:59 to play in the second. All right, Phillips, Parrott, and Medeiros. Makes up on the near side. Phillips pushes that ahead. Vikings have it. They'll hand off at the point. Now send it down into the near corner. One ties his man up. Puck squirts out. Parrott able to tip that to center. Vikings with it. They'll push it right back ahead across the Eagles' blue line. Switch sides, near side circle. Shot! That missed high. Takes out far side wall. Picked up by Medeiros. Quickly ahead to Phillips. Pushed away from him at center. Phillips now on the forecheck. Cleared around near side by the Vikings. Pass in the middle. Intercepted by Medeiros. His shot! Goal! Medeiros off the turnover. Puts the Eagles up by 3. Phillips off the face-off. Vikings had it from their own zone. They'll make that ahead at center now at the Eagles blue line in offside. 3:23 to play in the second. 4-1 Eagles. Face off in front of the Vikings bench. Curran, Laura and Green, Buchert, and Morris. Face-off, buck on the far wall. Green tied up. Vikings try to push ahead. Laura moves it over to Morris. Morris now from his own blue line. He'll skate that into the Vikings zone. Shot from the point. With the defender's skate, goes up into the netting for a whistle. Face-off will stay inside the Viking zone. Curran wins that back. Quick shot by Green. Ooh, just missed wide. Buchert hustles over with Curran. Keep that puck alive. Now Green there as well. Green fans on the shot. Curran able to tip that to Laura. His shot deflects wide. Kern picks it up again behind the net. Tried to set it in front. Right. Kern gets it right back now. Does set it in front. Off Laura's stick. Laura now in the near corner. He'll move it. Tried to move it high to Morris. Now spins off the check. Laura still with it. Now Morris pokes away at it. Down the wall. Two guys on Laura. Now Kern comes over. Squirts out. Vikings will chip it to center. Morris hustles back, picks that up. He has it in his own zone. And so behind his own net. Out the far side. Up to Green. Green gets it back. Green out of his own zone. Through center ice. Into the Vikings zone. Shot. Really got a paddle on that. Now picked up on the far side by the Vikings. They can't clear. Checked by Kern. Helmet came off. Whistle goes. 2:07 to play in the second. Eagles up 4-1. All right, Riley, Ciego, Nadod, Hicks, and Mullen. Riley on the face-off. They'll win that to the near wall. Vikings jump ahead. They'll skate it through center, now into the Eagles zone. Good back checking by Ciego, able to break that up. Now he goes down on the near wall. Vikings pick up a loose puck. They'll switch sides now in front of the Eagles bench. They'll move ahead from the red line, dump that in. Hicks back for it. Hicks, puck squirts away from him. Vikings shouldered off the check by Ciego. He lost it on the near wall now, chopping the point. Tipped wide by Mullen. Mullen behind the net, spins off a check, comes out the near side. Now he'll chip it ahead to Ciego. Ciego, he'll send it back around far corner. Hicks, he'll move over to get that, chip that ahead. Now picked up by Nadod. Nadod wide to Ciego across the blue line. Ciego in, looking in front. He'll pull up top of the circle. Now hand off to Nadod. He's tied up right as he tried to shoot. Now puck squirts out the center. Picked up by Hicks. He's back in offside. No.
Go, boys.
All right, Hutchinson, Barks, rushing. Morris and Coletta. Hutchinson pushes that forward. Vikings send it back out to center. Now turned over. Coletta has it. He'll bank that ahead to Barks. Barks off the near wall. Ahead with rushing. Barks down the left wing. They cut into the circle in front. Trying to find rushing. That's swept away now. Morris from the far side. His shot blocked up high. Coletta grabs that. Shot on save. Held by the Vikings goalie. With 51 seconds remaining in the period. Won by the Vikings. They kick it to the corner. Hutchinson with pressure. Creates a turnover. Hutchinson comes out with it. Sharp angle shot. Goes off the side of the net. Vikings will pick it up. Try to go behind their net. Cut off by rushing. Hutchinson fell now. Puck flipped up high. Into the corner by the Vikings. They'll track that down. Try to push ahead. Hutchinson comes over. Player on the Vikings duck that check. Now Morris at center. He cuts to the middle. Pushes ahead to Hutchinson. Across the blue line. Vikings have the puck. Delayed penalty coming. To Hutchinson, I believe a hook. Eagles touch. Whistle goes. Hooking the call. Eagles will go on the penalty kill with 16.8 remaining in the second period. Up 4-1. All right, Barks on the face-off. Won by the Vikings. They throw that toward the net. Stick save by Priscilla. He dives out and able to cover that. No rebound. Face-off will come to the near side. 10.9 remaining in the second period. Right off the face-off, rushing ties up now. Barks jumps ahead, tried to clear that one off a skate. Rushing on the near wall. Barks throws the body. Barks comes away with it with 3 seconds. He skates that out of the zone. He'll just eat it. Buzzer will go. We'll go to the third. Eagles up 4-1. Vikings will have a minute 2:14 remaining on their power play when we resume.
Let's go. Use that speed. All periods. Let's go, Sammy.
All right, Phillips, Parrott, Mullen, and Buchert.
Sam, let's go! Tie him up!
All right, Phillips, Parrott, Mullen, and Buchert. Start of the second, Vikings power play. Face off one to the near wall, Vikings. They'll send it back with their own blue line now, pass ahead. They'll gain the zone, cut the middle, long-range shot, stick save for Priscilla. Rebound kicked out to the corner. Phillips gives a chop at that, now out the far side, just out of the reach of Mullen. Vikings send it to the corner, now into the far circle, Mullen there, ties up a stick. Now Mullen comes out with it. He's hooked. Mullen's able to strip Vikings able to strip the puck. They move it to the near circle. Now straight away at the blue line, near side. They'll bank that ahead to the corner. Now centering attempt, broken up by Parrott. Loose puck in front, picked up by the Vikings. Shot, that's blocked in front by Mullen. Now cleared ahead, kept in by the Vikings. Another shot, deflects high over the net. Mullen knocks his man down behind the net. He's got it in the far corner. He goes down now, tied up. Vikings. They'll try to bring it out near side. They have it. They'll switch to the far circle, return pass. Comes to center. 12 seconds remaining on their power play. Vikings push that ahead. That'll go all the way down for an icing with 4 seconds remaining on the Hutchinson penalty. Face off will come back into the Viking zone. That's better. All right, Medeiros, Laura, Hicks, and Coletta. Medeiros wins it back. Hicks from the point. In front, Laura shot. Oh, that might have tipped the crossbar. Come out near side. Eagles back at full strength. Medeiros sends it low. Laura with it behind the net. He's tied up. 2 guys on him. Now squirts out near side. Vikings. They'll push it ahead. Up the near wall to center. Now good back check by Kern. Able to break that up. Vikings send it out of the zone. Fire that back in well offside. Whistle goes with 13:26 to play in the third. Eagles up 4-1. All right, puck hops up high off the faceoff. Laura pushes ahead to Curran. Curran, he stepped up on him. Doesn't go down on either of those checks. Now Medeiros with a loose puck. He'll move it to Hicks on the near side. Hicks do that up. Tried to find Laura. Now Vikings come back. Laura gets back on the back check. Is a shot on net, glove by Priscilla. He holds with 13:05 to play in the third. All right, Curran, Green, Laura, Buchert, and Morris off the face-off. Up high, Vikings. They'll chip it back towards the corner. Picked up by Buchert. He'll bank it off the wall up the far side. Vikings. Do keep that in. Now it squirts out to center, pushed out by Curran on the far wall. Laura there, digging away. Now squirts out to Morris. Poked away from him. Now Buchert near side. Green. Good touch. Back to Morris. Morris into the near circle. Centers. Tried to find Laura. He was tied up. Now Laura off the far wall. Throws it towards the net. Morris got a stick on that. It'll deflect to the near wall. Picked up by Green. Now Green tried to send it high. That's batted down low by the Vikings. They'll send it to the far corner. Laura there. Or on the far wall, he goes down. Curran comes in. He's got it, spins away from a man, kicks it up to himself. Now moves it out to Buchert, straight away. Buchert, his shot, tipped down in front, pad save, rebound covered by the Vikings goalie. 12-14 to play in the third. All right, face-off will be on the far side. Riley out with Nadod and Ciego. Buchert and Morris will stay out. Riley on the face-off. He wins it back. Quick shot by Ciego is blocked. Riley gets the puck. He'll move it high to Morris. Return pass to Riley in the corner. Riley try to go back to Morris. Now off the far wall. Vikings, they'll push ahead through center. 2-on-2 into the Eagle zone. They're going to say that was offside. Ref said it's a foot off. I didn't think it was that far off. I didn't see it. All right. Riley tied up off the faceoff. He goes forward with it, comes away with it. Lead pass to Nadod down the near wall. We'll chip that ahead. Vikings send that back up high. Buchert keeps that in. Shot. Tip down in front. Comes right back to Buchert at the blue line. Nice job to keep that in. He chips it up the wall. Vikings from the corner. Checked off the puck by Riley now. Nadod sends that in front. Swept away by the Vikings. Morris on the far circle. Shot. That hit a leg. Deflects to the corner. Now swept around near side by the Vikings. Vikings able to chip that out. That goes off Buchert's stick. Buchert on the near wall. Battling now. Nadod will send it wide to Ciego. Ciego across the red line. He'll fire that in. He's going for a change. All five Eagles players headed to the bench. Now Vikings. Long stretch pass through center. Too far. That'll go for an icing. 11:08 remaining in the third. All right, Hutchinson rushing, Barks, Hicks, and Mullen. Face off one by Hutchinson. Vikings jump ahead, pick up a loose puck, skate through center, split the D. Now in alone, shot high over the net. Puck swept away by Mullen at the side of the net. Banks out near side. Hicks, he'll pick that up. He'll go off the glass. Bouncing puck along the blue line, squirts out to Barks. Barks in one-on-one. Barks top of the near circle, cuts in the middle. He goes down. Penalty penalty coming. Touchdown low by the Vikings. Whistle goes. They're going to call a slash on the Vikings. Eagles will go on the power play with 10:42 remaining in the third. All right, same five will stay out for the Eagles. Face off on the far side. Hutchinson wins that back to Hicks at the blue line. Bouncing puck. He's able to keep that. Takes it off the far wall. Barks there. Barks on the blue line. He'll backhand that low. Now rushing behind the net. Puck picked up by Hutchinson. Now poked away from him. Vikings send it to the corner. Now Barks near side rushing. Back to Barks. Behind the net now. To rushing near corner. He'll go back to Barks. Barks down low. Rushing wants it back. Now he'll cycle to the middle. Shot on by Barks. Rebound. Hutchinson. Goal! Power play goal. Hutchinson. Off the Barks shot. Puts the Eagles at 5-1. All right, 10-11 remaining in the third. All right, Hutchinson moves it back, picks at his own blue line. He'll go wide to Mullen. He'll backhand that ahead to Barks. Barks now. Puck poked away from him. He has it at the blue line. Play in offside. Whistle goes with 10 minutes remaining in the third. All right, Medeiros, Phillips, and Parrott on. Face off in front of the Vikings bench. Puck to the near wall. Hicks after it. He chops at it. Along the blue line, sent back by the Vikings. Arrow flips it over to Phillips. He'll get the blue line, send it over to Parrott. Shot. That missed from the short side. Now Medeiros throws it in front. Vikings pick that up. They'll skate to center. Roger Hicks check now into the Eagle zone. In front. Shot. Goal, Vikings. Vikings goal within 3 with 9:34 remaining in the third. All right, face-off won by the Vikings. They'll bank it ahead. Up the near wall, Morris to Phillips. He'll backhand that to center. Vikings have it. They'll gain the Eagle zone now. Send that down low. Banks out of the corner to Morris. He has it now. Medeiros, nice touch to Phillips. Slick pass over to Parrott. He'll gain the zone. Now Parrott on the far wall. He'll set up shop. Try to go cross ice to Morris. That hits a body. They roll out the center. Morris back for it. Morris backhanded pass. That missed Curran. Now tipped to the far wall. Vikings. They'll dump that in from center. Shy of the red line. That'll go for an icing. 8:53 remaining in the third period. Eagles up 5-2. Face off back in the Viking zone. Curran, Laura, and Green, Morris, and Coletta. Curran wins that face off in front, poked away from Green. Now shot from Morris. That missed wide, side of the net. Curran tried to send that in front. That's swept away. Now Vikings from the far wall, turn it over. Green, poked away from him, comes out to Morris from the blue line. Morris in front, Laura, shot, deflected high. Bouncing puck, Vikings have it on the near side. They're able to clear the zone. Morris now, he'll send that cross ice. Green hustles over for it, ties his man up, now picked up by Curran. He'll push it ahead. Vikings will gather, now poked away by Green. Vikings on the near side. Tip that into the Eagle zone. They'll track it down in the corner now behind the net. They'll leave it on the near side. Curran comes over, swiped away by Laura. Up to Morris. Morris not able to clear the zone. Now Coletta down low with it. Coletta behind his own net. He's checked. Puck comes out in front, swept away by Laura. He'll bring it out near side. Ahead to Curran. Curran at his own blue line. He'll just backhand that to center. Vikings will send it right back. That'll bank in offside. Face-off should come back just outside the Viking zone. 7:47 to play in the third. Eagles up 5-2. All right, off the face-off, Vikings tip that up high. A little bit out of their own zone. Now pushed ahead. Mullen over for it. He'll move it down the near wall. Vikings right back into the Eagle zone. In the near circle, now poked to the corner. Swatted at by Nadod. Nadod has his man tied up. Vikings able to move it back up high. Now from the blue line, they'll send it back down the wall from the corner. They'll walk it into the circle. Now cross ice pass, far side. Shot. Blocked by Ciego. That puck's down low. Now sent up the wall. Vikings, they'll backhand that behind the net. Bring it out near side. Nadod comes over, able to swoop that out. Now puck shot in front, knocked down by Boogert. Sent out through center. That'll slide back into the Viking zone, not far enough for icing. Riley in on the forecheck. Puck sent around near side, Vikings. Up the near wall, Mullen able to knock that down. Nadod, he'll backhand it low. Puck behind the Vikings net. Forward line going off for the Eagles. Vikings skated ahead with 6:45 to play in the third. Vikings into the Eagle zone now. They'll cut across the middle. Shot. Blocked in front. Loose puck cleared away by Nadod. Vikings. They'll send that back to the blue line. It'll come out to center. Vikings get back on side now. Turn up ice. Hutchinson cuts that off. Strips the puck on the far side now. Fresh off the bench. Viking player goes down. Hutchinson bowling his way through. Another player goes down. Now Barks after it. Picks it up in the corner. He's got rushing in front. Barks out the near side. He'll go to Hutchinson straight away. Shot. Goal! I don't know if Russian hit that. Doesn't look like it. Hutchinson will get the goal. Eagles will go up 6-2. Rushing parked at the side of the net. Had his stick in there. Don't think he got it. He lost his glove, though, going through the high five line. He'll get that back. All right, Hutchinson wins it back. Hicks will bank it off the near wall. Vikings there. Hicks. Looks like he got a skate on that. Now Rushing comes over. He's able to push that ahead. Now Bart's taken away by the Vikings. They'll turn back up ice now. Hutchinson breaks that up. He goes down in front of his own bench. Bart's throws the body. Letter there. Push that puck ahead. Puck comes out to center. Hutchinson throws a check. Probably going to get a check from behind on that one. Or at least a roughing. All right, Vikings will go on the power play. Roughing the call on the play. Face off back in the Eagle zone. All right, Phillips and Parrott, Hicks and Coletta face off to Facella's left. Vikings power play, they win the face off. Straight away from the blue line, now return pass far side. Shot, knocked down in front by Coletta. He's able to bank that through center. That won't go far enough for icing. 5:35 to play in the third. Vikings pass out of their own zone, puck at center. Hicks steps up to break that up. Now Vikings come back. Up to the middle, Hicks throws the shoulder. Coletta comes over, picks up a loose puck. They'll go off the far glass. That'll bounce through center. 1 minute remaining on the Vikings power play. 5:18 remaining in the third. Vikings can't push that ahead out of their own zone. Phillips will send it low. Aaron over to cut that off on the far side. Now Vikings, they'll move it up the middle. Pass ahead now with speed. Split the D. Vikings in. Shot, goal! Power play goal, Vikings with 5 minutes remaining in the third. Cuts the lead in half. It's now 6-3. All right, Medeiros out with Green and Laura off the face-off. Green has to chip that ahead. Vikings sweep it back toward the Eagle zone. Now Hicks up the near wall. Off Green's stick. Vikings after it in their own zone. Send it up the near wall. Now ahead at center. Coletta over in front of his own bench. He'll collect. Curl into the far circle. Now turn up ice. Puck stripped away. Vikings shot. Kicked out by Priscilla. Puck in the near corner. Sent up the wall. Green tied up. 4 Vikings players there. They send it into the circle, picked up by Medeiros. He'll send it wide to Laura. Now Laura will skate out of his own zone across the red line, chip that into the Viking zone. 4:21 remaining in the third period. Vikings too strong around the near wall. That'll come to center, picked up by Curran. Curran in his own zone. Pressure on him. He'll send it over to Morris. Morris now far corner. He'll chip that behind his own net. Vikings get there first. Now send it back far side. They'll move it up high. Now top of the circle. Shot partially blocked by Curran. Set ahead by Green. Curran can collect the center. Now does. He'll get the blue line. Taken down on the near wall. Puck picked up by Green. In the near circle. Throws that towards the net. Hits the side of the net. Banks down low. Vikings try to send it around. They pick it up behind their own net. 3:44 remaining in the third. Pass to center. Broken up by Buchert. Sent ahead. Now Morris in front of his own bench. Morris will turn up ice. Morris with some speed. 4 defenders back. Morris slides off his stick to the near corner. He'll get there. Let that sit in the corner. Now Vikings send it around far side. Up the wall. Ciego able to keep that in. He can't find the puck. Now Vikings do. They'll rim it around to the near side. Bank that ahead through center. Knocked down by Buchert. Buchert throw that to the middle. Morris jumps up. Takes his man Riley over, skates it now, pushed ahead by Nadod. Sent right back by the Vikings. Far wall, they'll dump that in from the red line. Buchert back for it in his own zone. Vikings with pressure. Buchert able to sweep it around near side. Nadod tried to send it back behind the net. Puck squirts out into the near circle now. Sent in front. Morris tied his man up, picks up a loose puck. He'll skate that out of danger. Now through center across the red line. Chip that in. He'll go for a change. 2:42 remaining in the third period. Now shot by Nadod from the near circle after a turnover gloved by the Vikings goalie. We'll get an offensive zone face-off with 2:37 remaining in the third period. All right, Hutchinson, Barks rushing Hicks and Mullen. Face off one to the near side by Hutchinson. Barks has it. Sends it up high to Hicks. Hicks towards the net. Tipped away by the Vikings. They have it on the far wall. They'll chip that to center. Now Mullen will backhand that ahead to Barks. Barks. That plays in offside. Whistle goes with 2:21 remaining in the third period. All right, face off one by Hutchinson. Mullen tried to move that wide. That's intercepted by the Vikings now. Chopped at by Hicks. That goes up and out of play. Whistle goes. Face off will come back into the Eagle zone. All right, Hutchinson will win the face-off. Rushing, sends that low. Hicks, he'll backhand it around far side. Barks there. Barks in the far corner. He's tied up now. Puck in his skates. Squirts out into the circle. The puck's still loose now. Vikings pick it up. Shot from the wall. Glove by Priscilla. He'll hold with 1:57 remaining in the third. All right, Phillips, Medeiros, and Parrott on. Face off one by the Vikings. They have the goalie pulled, have 6 attackers out now. Walk behind the Eagles net, sent to the near side, centering, pass off a stick from the blue line. Vikings will send that back down low, side of the net. Vikings try to send it in front. Mullen had his man tied up. Casella alert, able to cover that puck. We get another whistle with 1:40 to play in the third. All right, puck pushed ahead. Vikings have it. Shot from the blue line, blocked the pie by Coletta, out of play. All right, Phillips wins another face-off now. Morris near corner. The puck in his feet. Squirts out. Near side now, centering pass. Shot. That goes up and in. That was blocked. It went straight up in the air and came down just inside the post. That'll make it 6-4 with 1:25 to play in the third. Curran now out with Green and Laura. All right, center ice face off. Vikings win that. Goalie back in net now. Lead pass broken up by Laura. He's able to backhand that in. Vikings send it up the far wall. Laura knocks that down again, sends it in front of the Vikings net. Vikings move it to the near side now. Hits the referee at the blue line. Players digging away at it. Vikings come out with it. 1:05 to play in the third. Vikings now ahead. Nice poke. Check by Coletta. He's got it on the far wall. Puck tied up in some feet. Vikings come out with it. Green comes over, throws the body. Now Curran picks up a loose puck. He'll skate that out, tipped out to the blue line. Shot on, pad, save for Sala. Another save. Green picks up a loose puck, spins, fires at the length of the ice, at the empty net. Oh, just misses. 41.8 remaining in the third period. Eagles up by 2. Riley, Nadod, and Ciego will come on. Morris and Coletta will stay out. Riley wins that face-off. Morris picks it up, takes it behind his own net. He'll make it off the near glass. Puck kept in at the blue line. Vikings send it to the hash marks now. Morris comes over. He'll spin, fire that down. That one's dead at dead center. Goal! Morris with the empty netter. That should seal it. 7-4 with 28.9 remaining in the championship game. Face-off. Vikings have it. They'll fire that in from the red line. 25 seconds remaining. Coletta back for it. He'll chip that to the near corner. Nadod. He'll send it back behind the net. Coletta. He'll chip that back up the near wall. Vikings have it in the corner. Trying to come out into the circle, running to the referee. Now Coletta defending, 10 seconds remaining. Vikings in front, poked away by Morris. Now from the far wall shot. That missed on the short side. 3 seconds remaining. That'll do it. Eagles are your CCM Motown champions.
Way to go, boys!
Shake hands with me, butt in the car. 8-hour drive.
Good, guys.
Over here. Over here. All of you. Over here.
Tom, why are you the only one listening?
Right there. This way. Face this way.
Hey, get over here.
Let's go.
Hey, Miles.
All right, guys, we'll be home in about 9 hours probably.